Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for stopping by once again. My people, there is fire on the mountain. So recently, Niger Military Leader accuses France of arming Boko Haram, established terrorist operational centers in Sokoto and others. They also accused Nigeria for helping France with a terrorist group, Lukarawas. But after this accusation, the Minister of Information, they came out and said that Niger Military Leader accusations against Nigeria, they are baseless. And someone, posted this post and asked this question and said, who do you believe among them? Is it Nigeria government or the Niger military leader? So Nigerians have said that they believe the Niger military leader because they have seen the antecedents of Nigeria government. When something like this happen, they come out and say that it's not true. But at the end of the day, it will turn out to be true. So this is the reason why Nigerians are not believing Nigeria government anymore. Like they have lost total confidence and trust in Nigeria government. And this is so worrisome, honestly. Anything Nigeria government tell us now that is not true, which means it's true. So this is the reason why Nigerians, like 80% of Nigerians, believe that what Niger military leader said concerning France and Nigeria is true. This is really cause for alarm, honestly, my people. And this is the reason why Barrister Darlington, confirmed or agreed with what Niger military leader said concerning Nigeria and France over terrorism. So my people, let me allow you guys to listen and hear what Barrister Darlington said concerning this matter. But before then, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And also don't forget to give a video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend this video to other people to watch. Thank you so much for doing so.
Okay. Barrister Darlington. Sir?
There is problem ahead though.
But Nigerian government has calmed their mind down and they say there is nothing to worry about because it's a lie. Sir.
Let us look at this issue critically. Very serious. Now, let's begin from the beginning. Did you realize that of recent, Tinubu is no longer a friend of the US, UK, Canada, Germany, but France? True or false?
I can't answer.
That is a fact. The question is why? France was never our colonial masters. So what is the romance all about? They started by telling you that they signed a mining agreement and all that. France is not an expert when it comes to mining solid minerals and all that. If you want to look for who will do that, it is Australia. Australia has a comparative advantage when it comes to mining solid minerals. Gold and all that. So why did you go to France for such a deal? That is true. Remember, and I want you to take it seriously. Remember that one Toju Bello, who has already become a lord in Nigeria, is from Niger. And some time ago, this same leader of the Junta in Niger warned Toju Bello that, look, we can get you if you want. It's just that Nigerian government are shading you. That the Nigerian government are shading you. I have discussed it here before. That is 3 points now going down. Then the next one is when ECOWAS discovered what France was doing with their colonies, and Tinubu being the leader of ECOWAS, what did Tinubu do? You saw that a foreign power is encroaching on your territory. Subjugating your own people to slavery. The ECOWAS that you are leading, you saw how France was asking them to go and deposit their money with them and all that. When they need it, they come and collect 20% and pay interest and all that. You as ECOWAS leader, what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to frown at such a development and tell France, no, this is wrong? Is that not what you're supposed to do as a leader, to protect your people? You didn't do that. Was it not the major reason why these people took a walk and told Tinubu that you cannot be our leader? And they walked away from ECOWAS. It did not bother Tinubu. So, what was that interest? The interest is coming out gradually. Look, let me say something here. When Iran, Libya became state sponsors of terrorism, it started gradually like this until the Western world discovered that these are rogue states who are sponsoring terrorism all over the place. You can see how those states ended. Look, the worst thing you can do as a country is to be identified as having a discussion with terrorists or anything that has to do with terrorism. It means that that country is already gone. I'm telling you. With what we are hearing now, and with all the indices on ground, it cannot be too far from the truth. Because all the indices are there. What is the romance with France? I have asked that question before. France is not economically buoyant as you say they are going to do Father Christmas for Nigeria. The biggest economy in Europe today is Germany. So what is this romance with France? Nigerians should ask that question. What do we have with France? They are not even our colonial master. We are not even from the same block. So what is it with France? Now, again, like I told you, US and UK, they are no longer a friend of Nigeria or Tinubu. So Tinubu is looking for one world power that will support him. And in that process, whatever they tell him, he's going to do it. Precious, whatever they tell him, he's going to do it. Just to remain in power. And you can see what this Junta are saying and doing. Does it not add up? Does it not add up? Remember when the Tinubu wanted to invade the Niger to remove the Junta, it was that journalist, David, who raised the alarm and alerted the Junta. And the operation was aborted. So, must you, because of your own selfish interest, destroy an entire nation? When did all these rumors start with Nigeria and terrorism, Precious? Why didn't they mention Ghana here? Why didn't they mention Cote d'Ivoire? Hold on. Are we the only country in West Africa that your name should be linked with terrorism? Why is what's that told you Bello? Why is he still in Nigeria as a terrorist leader that is well known? You heard him telling you that this business is doing that. One of the Nigerian government officials gave it to them. The man said it openly before the cameras. Is that one in doubt? Please, when you add all this in together and the way this terrorist has been pampered so far, do you need anybody to tell you what these people are saying is true? Do you need? How many times have these people brought down our jets, military jets? How many times? The last time I checked is up to 3 times.
If you note what that report says, it said that it wasn't long when they got hint of the event and they started already gunning down military jets.
They did it with our own. They did it with our own now. I even took
remember the one that they did video on when they gunned down, and I think it's an Air Force jet. Yes, that they were dancing around it and saying
exactly. Then after that, then APC followed. Armored personnel carrier followed. They were dancing on top of it. So all this is now, is it a lie that Nigeria military is not a lie? It's not true. So which one is the truth here? Precious, sir? Which one is the truth? I have asked you a question here. Why is it that Nigerian government is being linked with these Dukara terrorists? How come it has to be Nigeria? They didn't mention Ghana. They didn't mention Cote d'Ivoire or any other country within us. It has to be Nigeria. Why? And they were specific. These people were mentioning names. And you think it is for nothing. Is that not true? It's for nothing. So because you want one world power to be behind you, to support you, to keep you in power, therefore you must destroy an entire region. Hold on though. If you have a strong leadership in ECOWAS, should this type of thing be happening?
But Barrister Darlington, the Nigerian government has said that all this is lies. Do you still you sound like it doubts?
I said I am basing
their position.
I am basing my analysis based on facts that I have already listed here. The facts are there. Why is Toju Bello still in Nigeria? You mean he's too powerful that Nigerian government cannot take him down? Somebody should tell me. The last operation they had in Sokoto, where some people died, they said it was linked to Toju Bello's men. And that Toju Bello has been linked with the Lukarawas. So why are you telling us
Toju Bello is now part of the Lukarawas group?
Yes, they said that it was part of these boys that did that thing in Sokoto recently. And he's linked with the Lukarawas. But the question is the precious.
Sir?
Are we not ashamed to be telling this type of story?
So, but,
that terrorists are operating in Nigerian soil.
So, but
hold on a more serious note, how can you define it? How can you explain it that terrorists are operating in Nigerian soil? And to the extent that the international community now is linking Nigerian states as the state sponsor of terrorism. No, how do you explain it? Did you see why I was shouting here that the federal government should stop pampering this thing and take a decisive action against them? Look at it. For you to be pampering them, what does it mean? It means that you are doing business with
so
them.
Barrister Darlington, far back in August, right, the Niger coup leader had accused France forces of destabilizing the country. In fact, he said that French forces freed captured terrorists and breached airspace ban.
I'm telling you.
Even though France also denied that allegation.
Of course, but
so if you look at that matter, that was in August, early August. I think that's around August 8th or 7th or so, right? So if you look at that report then, and what is now playing out now with this report, and then with this sudden emergence of this Lukarawas group that is now making wave. Is there too many who's that we can't cover, or is there a link?
There is a link here, because these people cannot just come into Nigeria. The security did not see them, the army did not see them, they just came here. All they keep telling us where they operated, how many people they killed. How did they come into this country? Who armed them? Who gave them the power to come here? Did they just walk in here on their own? Who cleared the way? They even mentioned where they want to establish their base. Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
And you think this is for nothing, Abi? Let me tell you, when the government is about to fail, let me tell you one of the things they do. They create crisis. Pressure, they create crisis. We saw it in Ghana Must Go during Shagari. When Shagari was, adjudged to be a failure, what did they do? They created crisis. Said that now Ghanaians are the one taking our job. They are the one making the economy to go down, this and that. And they now said, okay, we must send Ghanaians away. And they now started buying Ghana Must Go to pack their load. They say Ghana must go, Ghana. As if when Ghana left, what happened? Precious, when Ghana left, what happened to you and your economy? So that is what they do. Oh God, I wish people will understand this thing. Look, you see all this thing that is going on, Precious.
Sir?
I am praying that this I will wake up and discover that it's not true. Because if it happens, it will be difficult for Nigeria to raise their head anywhere in the world. If Nigeria is linked to be a state sponsor of terrorism, we are finished in the whole world.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, let's take a listen to the Junta leader himself saying this, so that people get to hear from the horse's mouth. He spoke in Hausa language. If you're a listener and you understand, I don't know if this is Hausa or Fulani or Fufude. I can't really tell the language, but it looks like Hausa language, yeah. So if you speak Hausa and you can understand what he's saying, kindly do me a text message, WhatsApp message to 0817-175-6338, interpreting exactly what he said. There is every indication that part of what he said, or most of the things that you may hear, is exactly what's reported in the papers that I already read out. But let's just get to hear from him. WhatsApp message to 0817-175-6338, interpreting exactly what he said.
Da ake yi amma shugabannin Najeriya sun san da ita. Shine akwai wani daji da aka ce ma gaba nan wajen Sokoto ga gayinsu yake. Dajin nan ana son a maida shi tsibiri ne na ƴan ta'adda waɗanda aka ce ma Lakurawa. Wannan wasiƙa ta rijejeniya wata Mars, wata na 3, rana 4 ga wannan wata an ka yi ta tsakankanin 'yan Faransa da ISWAP. Don wannan rijejeniya budewa wurin da aka ce ma na lakurawa cikin dajin gaba can za a budewa wani tsibiri wani gungu da 'yan ta'adda ne za su watsuwa wannan sokoto ne zamfara ne kebbi ne duka za su watsuwa amma ya ce muna wallahi shugabannin najeriya suna da labari to mu sai mun ka ɗauki zancen nashi ƙarya shi ke don bai son mu ba najeriya wannan bayanin ne tunda muna dibin da mu da najeriya Allah na tuba ba ta yiwa mu ji abin da zai cuta musu mu ɓoye shugabansu na rahoto da bayani mun ka kiraye shi mun ka ce mai to kaga abin da faransa ke da niyyar yi tunda ba mu yi tsammani ba ya ce to yana turowa mutane su zo su kwashi isasshen rahoto ya turo mutane gidan kaso nan yamai ne cikin ƙasa ne babu inda ba a kai su ba sun ka tattauna da 'yan ta'adda tunda ba guda ba biyu ba uku ne mun ka kama abu ne da nasiri ne ba za a gayin shi ba sun ka tattauna da su sun ka gaya musu ga abin da faransa take son ta kirkira sun ka koma da wannan rahoto sai da baya ne kaico mun ka gane da zamba cikin aminci da baya mun ka gane sa'annan har an yi ɓanna tunda mun aminci mun ka bi ashe ba haka ba ne.
Right. That's just one of part of the lengthy conversation that he had in that interview. So if you do understand what he just said there, please kindly reach out to us. But Darlington, this is very scary. Now, what does this mean to our country?
Very, very scary. I'll tell you, very, very scary. All because of what? We want to look. If I were the President Tinubu and hearing this thing, I will today, I will severe link with France. Because it's not going to help us. For France to be linked in this type of thing and Nigeria to be linked in this type of thing is very, very bad. Already you have a bad image abroad. And you now want to add this upon it. Precious, is that reform? Hold on. How far do you think you can go with this thing? Because I know America doesn't want to hear terrorism with their ears. Not to talk of United Kingdom. What if these two people gang up against you now? What will you do? No, what will you do? You are not supposed to be linked with this type of thing. You already have a bad image and abroad. So why do you want to add more to it? Precious. Just ask yourself that question. Even if they want to talk about it, must you be you, Nigeria again, under your watch? Look at what has happened so far under your watch. Instead of you to think, go back and think, you are now adding more to it. Are you telling me that the president is not aware of what this thing they are saying? And what is he doing about it? Because when he had his media chat, he said he supports the military, he cannot probe them. Look at what is going on under your watch. This is the same military you say cannot probe, and this thing is happening under your watch as the commander-in-chief. So how can you now explain it away? You mean you don't know, or you don't pretend that you don't want to know? And this is under your watch as ECOWAS leader. ECOWAS leader. Let's even leave Nigeria. ECOWAS leader. A foreign power want to destabilize your region, and your name is being linked to it. Too bad.
So Barrister Darlington, would you think that
so how can you not explain it away?
Going by this accusation from the Niger Junta leader, that the former NIA boss was fully aware and he was told. Do you think that perhaps that's the reason why President Bola Tinubu changed?
Then you have taken action. In fact, you should have severe link with France immediately. Immediately. Look, when Ronald Reagan made a deal with Contra-Rebel because of Achilaro hijack, it almost brought down his government. But because they used the backdoor negotiation, that was what saved Ronald Reagan and his presidency. You don't do such a thing. Pressure, if you know how the world will look at you now, if Nigeria is linked to state sponsor of terrorism, you don't know what will happen. Did you remember that just a few weeks ago, this Niger Junta, they repatriated 200 and something Nigerians from their country. They started sending everybody away. And that will happen to every other Nigerian. They will now look at you. The same way they were looking at Libyans when Gaddafi was there. The same way they look at Iran. That is what is going to happen if you don't know. We have already been embarrassed. I don't know how low we are going to go with all this news. It's not a question of dismissing it. The question is the facts on ground. Does it support your dismissal of this particular fact? The answer is no. The facts are there speaking for itself. That this thing is true. This thing is true. The man that spoke is not a roadside mechanic. He's not a propagandist. So this is a leader of a country. A leader of a country. So this information, he has it at the back of his hand, at the palms like this. That's why he's saying it out. Because he said he told Nigerian government before, nobody did anything. And the man knows what will happen. If this thing happened to become actualized, the entire region will be destabilized. And that is what France is coming here. So who is that person that brought France to West Africa now? Because their colonies have sent them away. So on whose behalf are they coming now? To do what? They came to mine our mineral resources. Is that what you are telling me? Are you serious? The people that have been mining it long ago, what did they benefit us? They will come under the cloak of coming to do business with you, precious. They must link it with something. They are not coming to mine anything, precious. They are not coming. France is not happy that their colony have given them quit notice. They are coming for revenge, and that is what they are coming to. They must come with a link. If not Nigeria, who else? Who else will allow them to come here if not Nigeria? All these small local goods, what can they do?
But Barrister Darlington, just a quick one. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, today, Thursday, while celebrating Christmas with officials, had also said that there is no military base that is going to be established in Sokoto State. That all this is unfounded. Now, addressing the troops at Gingia Barracks, the headquarters of Northwest Operations, Musa firmly stated that there will be no foreign military base in Nigeria. Remember that this man had said that the Niger Junta said that the Lukarawas group is going to be established with the guise of formation of a military base in Sokoto State. In the guise of that. But he's saying that no military base is going to be established.
You can see.
If I said Nigerian armed forces have the capacity and capability to defend the territorial integrity of the country and address any local and foreign aggression, so nothing would happen. So do you not think that just like this report, that it may just be all, we may just be worried for nothing?
From what this man is telling you now, is it true? If Nigerian military are capable of defending our territorial integrity, should we be talking about terrorism by now? Remember that this thing has been with us now for over 15 years. So for 15 years, you couldn't defeat terrorists, and more are coming, and you are telling me you are defending my territorial integrity. Is that a fact? Is it true? No, let them explain to me now. Something has been with us here for over 15 years. You couldn't do anything. I tell you, are defending, and more are coming. Okay, if you're able to defend that, where were you when Lukarawas joined their brothers in Nigeria already? Where were you when they entered Nigerian military? Where were you? NIA, where were you? You couldn't stop them. The best form of defense is to attack. I would have heard that, okay, these people went to the border town and they dealt with these people and they didn't enter Nigeria. Is that not a good news? But they have already entered and they have killed people in Nigeria, and you are still telling me you can defend. Whom are you deceiving? What the Niger Junta said, they should look into it. It's not a hearsay. They should, because of the problem it will bring to us. Because of the problem it will bring to Nigerians all over the world. That you are giving room for such things to happen. Can you imagine? Can you imagine pressure? Have you sat down and look at the enormity of this information and that they just dismiss as nothing? Are you serious? We are in for a very big ride here.
All right. So moving on to other issues very quickly. So we'll open the phone lines. Nigerians can't wait to get into the conversation. We hear that at least 11 persons were reportedly killed on Christmas Day yesterday when gunmen suspected to be headsmen and Jukum militia attacked communities in Kwande local government area of Benue State. Which one be Jukum militia again? Barrister Darlington. The names are changing.
I'm telling you. I told you that more are coming because the place has been made fertile. That's a breeding ground for terrorism. Precious, a breeding ground for terrorism in Nigeria now. And when we say here, instead of government to take heed and do the right thing, you think you will end up in the north, Abi? By the time they have taken over the north and they establish themselves, they will come down here. Don't come and tell me, God forbid. They will come down here because their agenda is the whole Nigeria.
All right. So sources disclosed that the invaders stormed the community shortly after the residents returned home from the Christmas church service and were preparing for the day celebration, and when they came shooting sporadically and chasing the residents. Perhaps Christian community again. A former aide to the immediate past governor of the state, who also hails from the affected community, Solomon Amande, who confirmed the development, said he got the report of the incident from eyewitnesses in the area, claiming the attack was allegedly carried out by a combined team of armed herdsmen and Junkum militia. Armed herdsmen and Junkum militia. He said that I was briefed about what happened. I was told that giving the relative peace of for some time now in the communities, the people who deserted their homes due to the activities of armed herdsmen decided to go back home and reside in their communities. Now, this one can't happen again. They settled in their communities and went about the normal activities. Unfortunately, yesterday, Wednesday, being Christmas Day, they went to church, and after returning home from the service, families were preparing meals and some were gathering and relaxing at sports to celebrate Christmas when a combined team of armed herdsmen and Junkum militia started attacking them from 5 different places. They were chasing people and shooting sporadically, and whoever they coughed up with was killed. They did that till the got to government secondary school, Awase. They killed about 10 people at Awase in Mbiakio Council Ward of Turan, and they also killed 1 person at Iyaf Council Ward, which is my word, he said. They carried out the killings in communities at the foot of the mountain. It was indeed a sad Christmas, he said. Barrister Darlington. Sir?
It's terrible. And this is a country that have a leadership, Precious. So this is part of the reform. Is that what you're telling me? They left the leprosy that is eating Nigeria, they are treating rashes. So those people that died now, of course, it is the Lord's doing, Abi. God wanted them to die. Is that not what they will tell you now? These are Nigerians being treated like slaves in their own country. Go and check. Most of those people, they are not even from Nigeria. They came from outside. Pressure, they came from outside to come and enslave Nigerians in their own country. Is that not a recipe for disaster? Tell me. All of a sudden, the Lukarawas have joined the fray. What does that tell you? I said more are coming in 2025 with this grant that have been made very, very lucrative. Whenever they have nothing to do, they'll start kidnapping Nigerians and be collecting ransom. Just because the place has been made very fertile. MBL told you the other time that you have paid over 2 trillion naira in ransom. They said, no, why did he bring out the figure? As if people did not know that money is being paid, right, left, and center. Most cases, government officials go pay this money. Whenever a high-profile person is caught in the mix. So what are you telling me? It's a lie. It's not true. This and that. Why should there be such a story in the first place? Why should there be? When last did you hear such a noise from Ghana? Precious, answer me. Ghana now, their CD is now 14 CD to $1. 14. 14. Your own is 1,005. What does that tell you? Remember,
but Ghana devalued their currency.
What? Really? And it came to that level, Abi? And your own is 1,005.
All right.
Instead of you to look at how can we make progress with this terrorist pressure? Please answer me. That is the real issue here. You are talking of agriculture. You want to go and bring tractors. You want to go. Is that not what you promised us last year? If there was food in Nigeria, pressure, will people be stampeding all over the place to scramble for food? If what they told you last year, they fulfilled it, the precious, there will be food in Nigeria today. Yet everybody just forgot about that promise. Nobody's asking him, Mr. President, should you promise us that there will be abundant food, this and that? Where are the food now? That people are now scrambling all over the place for food, moving from house to house. Some came to my house yesterday, my son told me, I said, what? That they came to check if we cook. I said, what? I said, I did not hear you.
Someone also knocked at my door yesterday.
What kind of rubbish is all this one?
Lagos phone lines are open 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Apologies that these stories are rather sad, but we have to do the job.
Precious, no, hold on. Have you sat down to calculate how much we have spent fighting terrorism? So if we now have an actual war, that means all of us will just die in one day. Do you know how much we have spent fighting this terrorism? Since Buhari era up till now, the military, the defense have been having the largest chunk of our budget. Precious, the largest chunk of, yet nothing to show for it. You don't even know the implication of this thing that we are doing with the military. You know now that have eaten so fat. If another government come now and say, look, you see that your jamboree is over. You either remain a military man or you leave. They will say, hey, this one is not even playing ball. Let us remove him. That's what is going to happen. They have already spoiled our military by giving them undeserved largesse. And we are not seeing results. Remember, when Boratai left, the National Assembly invited the man that took over, one Bafarawa, who died unfortunately in an aircraft, to come and show them all the money they have been voting, the ammunition they bought, and the man went berserk on them. He said, come, am I Boratai? I just entered office. Why didn't you people ask Boratai when he was in office? I don't enter. Did you give me money? Because the man was assertive. That man did not last long. He died in a very mysterious way in an aircraft near Zaria. And you saw the impact that man made within that few months he was in office. He almost decimated these people. So there is something going on. Until tomorrow, the facts are there. We are presenting facts here, not propaganda or rumor. The facts are there that the Nigerian government have not told us the truth about this insecurity. They have not told us. What are you telling me?
So my people, that is it. I hope you truly enjoy watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Share the video to your friends and family, and also give me a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend this video to other people to watch. Thank you everyone. I truly appreciate your love and support here on my channel. May Almighty God bless you all. Yes, I'm going to see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.